We all know NBA players are the greatest basketball players in the world, but sometimes they play so bad it makes you think that even you, a normal person, can beat them. But realistically, can you actually beat an NBA player, especially an NBA player who's still in the league? Before we imagine, let's talk about a one-on-one that actually happened. Frigga, who was 24 at the time, I believe, and Mario, who was 36 at the time, played a one-on-one. And keep in mind, like I said, Mario's 36. He won an NBA championship, 2 NBA championships with LeBron, but he is 36. He's well out of his prime, hasn't played in the NBA in years. And Frigga, who's 24, 25, is heading into his prime and plays basketball all the time. And he is a very good basketball player, and he still lost to Mario, who is technically a washed-up NBA player. Mario's done. Mario's not coming back to the league. So we have to keep in mind the skill set of NBA players now. But most times when people think about beating an NBA player, they don't think about skill, they think about size, which automatically leads them to say players like Nate Robinson, who are far out of their league. They're way faster than you, he's way stronger than you, and he is more athletic. You see him blocking Yao Ming, he's dunking on players that you are afraid to face. Even players you aren't scared to face, like Brian Scalabrine, would still cook you. Here he is facing 3 grown men in a 3-on-1, and I am not saying these are the most athletic, best basketball players in the world, because obviously they're not. But I would say this is an average person who talks trash and say they are better than an NBA player. Or when an NBA player messes up, oh, I could do better than that. No, you can't. You can't even beat him when it's 3 of you. Now, despite you not being able to beat the players you thought you could beat, there is still an NBA player you could beat in his prime. And this is him, Ozzie Sketchman, the player I promised all my life I am beating in his prime in the NBA. He is the first person to score in NBA basketball. And the way he goes up with this layup, I promise I am chased down blocking this just like LeBron James. This man, Ozzie, in 1946 averaged 8 points per game on 27% shooting. And I know we all had to start somewhere and work our way up, but there's no way you're telling me this man is beating me in a one-on-one, even in his prime. This is Bob Cousy with one of the nastiest ankle breakers of his generation, more than likely. I wasn't alive then, and most of y'all probably weren't either. But the fact that this was the skill level for greatness shows there is a major gap. And Bob Cousy is a top 75 player of all time, and of course we want to respect the greats. But if we're talking about a 1v1 for $1 million or to save your family's life, you need to go back in time, because beating an NBA player from this generation is just not gonna happen at all. But let me know what you think in the comments. What NBA player do you think you could beat in a one-on-one from this generation or the old? And let me know if I'm wrong. Maybe I am wrong. Maybe you all are out there beating NBA players at LA Fitness every week.